Hey and welcome to Weekly Tips. We're putting some sense in your tip jar. Welcome today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and we are going to be creating my own cartoon dog. So let's bark on into this one and create this interesting new cartoon dog. So as I delve into painting this doggo, I initially make a sketch of the first image you see there, what is in a husky, and understanding what is a husky, what kind of dog parts he has, what kind of features this dog has compared to any other dog. Once I understand that, then I go in and use this style guide image that I did last week. So there will be an info card just up above that you can go look at that. I did that last week where I painted this fluffy dog. Now using that kind of style, I created my own husky version of it using this other image I found. To create an interesting, cutish husky dog. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different because knowing that kind of dog down below, that fluffy dog, they usually do, have those small bodies, small legs that don't really look, like huskies have longer legs, bigger bodies, kind of a thing. They're not small kind of lap dogs, they are big dogs. So using that I know what they kind of features they have was very interesting to try and work out. It does look a little bit odd in the style, like he's a little short. So trying to work that in was a challenge. But if you know me, I'm always up for challenges. It's always good to do something like this where you create something in a different style. I don't think I've done it much. I've done it a few times in the past, but I haven't done it much at all where I create something in a certain style. Usually I just paint it the way I paint it, I don't really paint it in a certain style. So doing something like this is really fun and interesting. And yeah, I roughly, sketch the drawing after that once I've, found out what's in the husky, do a 5-10 minute sketch just to work out some features of this husky and then trying to translate it into this cute, fun style drawing. Which, yeah, again, is a challenge. And then from there, once I had the initial drawing, it was just blocking in the color from there. Which again, if you watch the first video, I could have done a bit quicker using, say, a clipping mask and just quickly paint bucket the color in. Which I'm not sure if I initially did that first. I possibly could have, and then I just, painted it. But, with the first, painting I did, the experience I had was in the first, like, half an hour, 45 minutes in, which is halfway, roughly halfway, or quarter way, somewhere around there. I was kind of done in a way, and I was like, I've got to repaint this so make this look good. And for this one it was kind of the same. I was heading towards it being quote unquote done. I would have called it done if I didn't have like this time that I had to do it in per se. If I only had 45 minutes, I would have called it done, but since I had a whole hour and a half, 90 minutes to actually finish it off, that means I had to be like, okay, what can I improve on this? I've still got 45 minutes here. I'm not gonna call it quits yet. And there's a good thing about these challenges, if it's something like this that doesn't take too long to create. It might take some artists and the creators to do it, possibly to get the drawing right and get the image looking good and get all the colors in there all good and everything like that. But overall, it doesn't have a lot going for it, so you could, do it within, 45 minutes possibly. But yeah, an image like this, it gives you time to make those changes, to fix things up a little bit more than something very intricate and detailed. If you get what I'm saying, I'm saying, something more interesting, like a big landscape with heaps of buildings and, that kind of thing, very intricate, detailed, that, you could spend quite a bit of time on just this little corner. Compared to an image like this, where you can work on the whole image as a whole, and you can smash it out, create it, finish it within 45-ish minutes, within 90 minutes. You can change things up. I could have started again, kind of a thing, where I got 45 minutes in and be like, now I'm repainting this. But I fixed it up the best I can, thinking, here I'm fixing it up a little bit more, trying to really, change those legs to make it look less like that, he's just a midget dog, I'm trying to make it like, oh, this is per se a style, a look, a kind of, a character per se, a characterization of this dog. It isn't that he has really short legs, I'm trying to pull it off. And doing something like this is very challenging to try and pull off. I'm thinking of this husky, and he does have quite longish legs compared to a dog breed that's on the second there. Now, it could have been useful to find some more reference material, but yeah, I had the 2 reference materials there, and that's what I used to create it. I could have gone out and found some more, but because there's 90 minutes and 90 minutes to create this, I didn't want to go hunting and finding more imagery to use. But if I wanted to really, kind of professionally create this or make this an interesting new image, or really push it out, I would have found a little bit more reference to try and help me out possibly. But sometimes even with the reference, it's like, well, you kind of don't have what you are looking for all the time. But it could have been helpful to try and get those legs. But I did the best I could with the legs and the style that I had chosen for it. For this paint this in the style painting. But yeah, hopefully you guys have learned something new from seeing me paint this. Try it yourself. You don't have to do a dog necessarily. You could maybe paint a cat, or paint an owl, or paint, something interesting in this kind of style. Or you can find another style that could be different, that you could paint something like a dog in. Again, maybe you might want to paint that style specifically first, understand what is in it, and then create something in that style per se. That's much easier if you understand the style. Then it's easier to be like, okay, well, I understand the style, now I can create something in that style. It's kind of like, Harry Potter. You understand what kind of creatures Harry Potter has, and you know what they look like. Therefore, once you understand that, you can be like, I know what my creature would look like in Harry Potter, in Harry Potter thing, or Star Wars, what a creature in Star Wars looks like. What kind of style or look would this Star Wars creature be? Watching Star Wars, there are a lot of interesting creatures that, do have a very interesting look. And it's kind of realistic, like, say, porgs, they look kind of like penguins, but they do have like this style that looks not so real as well, but it looks like it could be on a planet, not necessarily on Earth, but it's has something interesting about it. But yeah, once you understand the style, then you can create something cool like this. So hopefully, you learned something. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts and feelings. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Keep drawing, keep creating, and see you in the next video.